And we are live.
We're back, scheduled for one fall. I am Patrick, alongside my co-host, La Flama Blanca, Mr. Black Market Ivan, and Val is currently hooking up some electronical shit to join us in a few minutes. And I'm pretty sure she's probably, picking up dog shit or something like that. So we'll let her take her time.
She's a multitasker, so she's probably doing both.
Yes. So, how are you two doing? Seeing that, it's just us three on here right now.
3 is a powerful number, as we've established many times before. So, we're the Bermuda Triangle here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing quite well, though. I have a delicious beverage I am just dying to crack into after a very long week of work and just living the dream. But
living the dream.
What's going on, Black Market Ivan? How about you?
I'm chewing on Halloween Oreos, baby.
Oh wow, that's well, it is the spirit of Halloween, so yeah.
How about you?
Do they have pumpkin spice Oreos yet?
They do.
I'm pretty sure they do.
Yeah.
Some white people are probably fucking protesting if they don't.
That's had to happen. Probably in some like hipsterville, Wrigleyville, where Val is probably right now. But she's not listening to me right now. So
okay.
Yeah, there's pumpkin spice everything, so I'm pretty sure there's pumpkin spice Oreos.
Pat, what you've had a crazy week. What about you? How you doing?
Oh, I'm good, man. Just relaxing right now. Been going hard in the gym, trying to catch up to Kia Moore from New Japan.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to get buff and jacked like him. And that's it, man. Just chilling, just doing a lot of gaming. I had to take a break a little bit from music just for a couple of days because I was burnt out, but I'm going to get back to it tomorrow. And that's it. Eating healthy. I can't believe it. I haven't had any devil's lettuce. Going crazy.
And
wow.
I mourn for your loss.
I'm going to have to start a Patreon. Keep Pat high. Or something like that.
That should be a group donation. Like donate to Schedule for One Fall and our vices.
Yes. I totally agree.
That's how we provide the entertainment, everybody.
Yeah. Because me sober is pretty much ass.
I hate it.
I hate drunk and high. So.
I hate it already, man.
Oh well,
no,
I'm gonna just ease right into a liquor fact because why not, right?
Why not?
Why not? Now, I know I've talked about the Romans in previous wine and alcohol facts, but this one was a new one that I stumbled across. Did you know that in Roman times, if a husband found his wife drinking wine, he was at liberty to kill her because during this time period, it was forbidden for women to drink wine.
Wow.
So I would have been dead at age 10, I think. Like that's where my alcoholism started. So
what did the Cosbys and Weinsteins of the Greek era, of the Roman era do? Did they roofie grapes?
Holy cannoli. Well, with that said, I have a delicious wine red blend this week in honor of the greatest of all time, Mr. Chris Jericho.
You dig?
And his phenomenal makeup and cameo at New Japan this past Sunday. It is called Goats Do Rome. Get it? Because he's the greatest of all time. Yeah. GOAT. Yeah. Okay, right. This is a crack, y'all. So listen. I can't open it. I'm weak.
Sounds like somebody farted.
Crack. It was like a crack in my fingers versus the actual bottle.
Who that?
Ready?
Who that?
Pour into the microphone.
Oh, wow. Wine just flew and hit my leg.
I'm sorry.
It's definitely on the microphone. Here.
Wow. Why is this so messy?
Blue Yeti mic, guys. What the hell? There's a lot.
Oh my God. Why'd you move? Holy shit.
All right.
Oh my.
We have red wine everywhere.
Okay, so
Why
I'm
did
gonna
I-
have you pour.
Pat, have you ever been to a restaurant and they ask you why did you move when they spill something? I don't think so. I don't think that's ever happened in the history of humans.
Hey, wait.
You know
No,
what,
I don't
everybody?
think that happened.
This is what happens when I don't drink before the podcast.
I don't think it's on the card. Pat, how many
Oh, man,
times
holy
in
moly.
the old podcast days did we spill hookah charcoals, like make holes in the carpet with hookah charcoals? I mean, this reminds me of those days.
Man, to be honest, I don't even remember because we were always drunk.
Mm.
We drunk the shittiest of shit back then.
Hey, Google, turn all the lights to white.
So, guys, we're just correcting a red wine spill.
Okay.
Wow, somehow nothing got on the carpet. How's that possible?
While
It's
that's
all over
going
me.
on,
All
while
over
that's
me.
going on, I would
Microphone.
tell the people what
All
I'm
over
drinking.
Shit.
Wait, Danielle doesn't have her headphones on, so she doesn't hear that you're talking right now.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right, Danielle, hold on. Pat's talking. Okay, go ahead, Pat.
Okay. I guess I'll, once again, I've been kind of in the gym, so I can't really go too hard. So, what I'm doing, I do still have the vodka on deck, but I'm drinking something called Hawaiian Sun Pineapple and Orange. It's kind of like concentrated, kind of like soda, but not. I don't know if it's like a white person. I guess it's like a LaCroix kind of deal. So I'm doing a mixture of that, to try to keep it a little bit classy, and I'm trying not to be really bad with the alcohol and stuff like that. So yeah, that's what I'm drinking on. I'm drinking on a Hawaiian Sun, orange and pineapple, and vodka.
Nice.
And I got a bottle of water right here as well.
Yeah, it's amazing how much healthier you are when you eliminate liquor. Beer. Mainly beer. Is the big offender, but
Yeah.
the occasional wine now is all right. But
Oh, sorry, everybody. I just had to clean up my kerfuffle here. But I am back, and I wasted so much alcohol, and I'm gonna just swallow my.
You're just gonna eat the
neckbeard alert. Neckbeard alert.
I'm gonna just drink it down because I'm just depressed at how much poured out of my bottle right now.
I'm sorry about that. I just got a neckbeard alert from Val. I think she wants to get added into the. I guess we got to tag her in.
Here comes invite number 4, Val. Let's see if this one works.
All right.
Yeah, I know. I was about to say, what the hell are we doing?
I just realized that all my laundry is right there, so I'm gonna turn this camera off.
Oh, yeah, neckbeards are probably trying to sniff their screen. So
sexy beard sucks.
So yeah, so now that we're all here, and like I said, it's been a very long week in wrestling. We had a whole bunch of shit going on, but before we get into all that craziness and all that shit, let's talk about stuff that's been happening in the news in the wrestling world. So I guess I'll start off first. Big surprise on Impact tonight. Rich Swann introduced his tag team partner for Bound for Glory, and it happens to be Willie Mack. Now, if you're not familiar with this guy, you should. I actually thought he was going to be signed by NXT or WWE before Keith Lee. I'm a big fan of Willie Mack, so this is to me, this is like, I guess, a good move. He's going to be featured on TV more. Impact has improved so much from back days when we were calling it Piss Pack and things like that. So Rich Swann and Willie Mack, two black guys, can't beat it. So I'm very excited about that. So that's Impact news. So yeah, Val, do you what news do you bring to the Neckbeards?
Well, something that's super important, I think, is when, quote unquote, up and coming talent gets their recognition. And there's a very talented wrestler out there who has been on the indie scene for a number of years. I can't recall exactly when she started, but I do know that she was on WWE in the past as like one of the, segment characters. She was a doctor, if I'm not mistaken, for Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
But I'm really stoked for her. She's a Canadian. She's nicer than nice could be nice. I ran into her and Rosemary and Candice LeRae at the airport in Orlando right after I went to Shimmer Weekend here like last winter. And she just works so damn hard. And supposedly there's a big rumor going around that, she was the Impact Knockouts champion. But supposedly, according to pretty much every single reliable wrestling news source, Chelsea Green has been signed by WWE. So I'm super stoked for her because yeah. I don't think she'll be able to
woo.
Well, I'm sure that didn't hurt that she's getting wooed by Long Island's own Zack Ryder. I don't think that she'll be Hot Mess Laurel Van Ness because that was her name under, Impact. But she is she was a contestant on Tough Enough back in 2015 as well. I don't know. I really like her. She's a good character. She's a lot of fun. She's a hard worker and she's like lighthearted and she's, I don't know, everything I think a professional wrestler should be, like good at emoting, good in the ring. She has a good attitude and she's super fucking nice, like super nice. Like we were dorking out about the Avatar rides in Orlando and how it's Animal Kingdom and how it's a religious experience. And she absolutely didn't have to talk to some fucking Mark in the airport. You know what I mean? We were just waiting for luggage and she's the one that actually struck up a conversation. She was really, really nice. So I'm very, very happy for her. And she's got a bright future ahead of her, I believe, regardless of whether or not Zack Ryder is in it. But yeah, she's excellent. So congrats to Chelsea Green on getting signed by WWE.
Yeah, congratulations to her. She was she was really good at All In and at Warrior Wrestling when we went to had a wonderful match there as well. Miss La Flama Blanca, what do you bring to the Neckbeards?
Oi, I can't do a British accent, but I'm gonna.
Is that what the oi was?
Tried though.
That was my attempt. That was my attempt at offending a whole country. Okay,
you're saying oi like today. You want my news of today because it's still like Latin Hispanic Heritage Month. I think. I don't know.
I have to emphasize my word a little bit differently, but WWE announced that the premiere of NXT UK will be next Wednesday, October 17th, everybody. And this, you guys might be able to educate me on that Nigel McGuinness is going to be a permanent commentator for that. So does that mean there's a vacant seat for our NXT here? I wasn't able to find any fine print or detail about that.
I don't know. That's serious commuting, man. I am all about the commute for the dedication for the cause, but that's a big time commute if he's if he's still going to Full Sail from the UK. That's insane.
I guess there'll probably be more information that'll come out about that.
I think if that guy with the long hair that shows up with his mom every week can make it all around the country.
What is his name? Simon?
I don't know. So
do you think him and his mom will rotate commentary?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that they're actually the Ascension.
Oh my God.
Oh gosh,
that's funny.
That's the Ascension without their makeup on.
No, she's really nice. She's really nice. I don't ever want to say anything bad about her, but she does love the Ascension. She's the only one you'll ever see with an Ascension sign at a show.
That's
cute. She's keeping them employed.
I love the elderly. How about you?
She's like 42.
How
about you, Pat? What's your news for the week?
What about me? Can I give my news?
Oh,
I get mine?
The alcohol is running it. Oh my God, it's not even my segment, and I'm drunk.
We thought you gave the news that you and your mom are the Ascension.
Let's say we already. Yeah, I already said the news.
Okay, that's the alcohol that I wasted. It's
So
affecting me already.
So this was kind of confirmed today. Half confirmed that Kevin Owens, even though there was an angle on the show, which we'll get to later, that he most likely is out with a potential ACL tear for between 4 and 8 months. For obvious reasons, that's horrible. I hope he gets well soon, and I hope that when he gets back, they have something good for him. He kind of was getting some steam with the Elias angle, and but it's been it hasn't really been a good year for him. So hopefully, when he gets back, he's rejuvenated and has a good storyline.
Here's me being like the optimist. 4 to 8 months is really not that long, and it's also right in time for his BFF Sami Zayn's return.
Yeah, that is true. You know what?
Maybe it's a super angle.
I completely forgot about Sami Zayn. Completely forgot about him.
How dare you?
Oh, yeah.
You can't forget about the Canadians, eh?
Chelsea Green.
I haven't met. I'll take it back. Danielle is one nice redhead, but for the most part,
thank you.
For the most part, yeah, I haven't really met any nice redheads.
Ooh.
So
they can be kind of, I'm speaking because I am one naturally that they can be kind of a dick and biatch kind of personality. So yes.
Next week at Nisei Lounge, Patrick Pryor's $100 redhead competition, redheads diva search.
Redhead diva search. Yeah.
First competition. What redhead could drink 2 shots of pumpkin spice Malort?
Oh God!
Pumpkin spice Malort will not exist ever. So says the internet.
Yes. All right. Yeah. Only cran apple Malort. Only or fruit punch Malort. We'll get that figured out. But so yeah, thanks for the news, and I'm pretty sure all the neckbeards are jumping for joy. Or they probably, because they're neckbeards, probably have some fucking stupid alert to their phones already, so they knew this shit already. But that's okay. So we will go right into NXT. Before we get into it, I haven't watched it, so I heard it was wild. I missed a wild match. So Miss La Flama Blanca or La Blanca, what I used to call you?
You're right. You're right. La Flama Blanca, the white flame.
All the time.
Well, you guys, I have to, unfortunately tell you that I did not have the opportunity to watch this week's NXT. So
I figured it out. Sorry.
I am very much. I did some research. I looked at some clips, but I'm going to be as much as in the dark when it comes to the impact of the final match as you are, Patrick. Okay. So we started off the night with Ciampa and Ciampa's belt having a conversation about the beautiful Velveteen Dream, which inspired that man to come out to pretty much have a discussion about how that Velveteen doesn't think he's doing the belt justice and just being a fabulous man that he is. And to me, from the little clips I saw, it seemed kind of sexual. I know Val did watch, so she can, at the end of my segment, she can fill in the gaping details I'm missing here.
Oh.
I'm using that word on purpose. Okay.
I like it.
But Miss Nikki Cross did make an appearance. Her music hits, and she runs out to the ring, and she whispers that she says, "I know what you did" to Velveteen Dream, and it looked like Velveteen was gonna smack her in the face, but didn't. And then she slapped the microphone out of Ciampa's hand and then said the same thing, "I know what you did too," causing this odd standoff between, I don't want to say standoff, but this weird triangle moment of who's doing the crime and what is the crime, and what does Nikki know that we are eventually going to find out. So they end the segment with Nikki acting crazy and dancing out of the ring into the back room. We follow with the first match of the night with Keith Lee facing Kona Reeves, the Finest. And he lost because Keith Lee is awesome and just
limitless. Oh,
well, I'm interested in hearing. No, I agree. I like the push that they're doing with him. He's entertaining. He's, they tried to do that little beef with him in EC3, and I saw like there's potential there. He's got a good personality, and I like the character they're building there. So we'll see what it was. But tonight wasn't really about that match. It just was a filler match to build the characters up, because we'll get to the final match of the night. Then was a shit ton of promos and backstage events. The first was Miss Shayna Baszler and Kairi Sane to give some or shed some light on Evolution and NXT roster in their little moment for Evolution. Then there was a moment backstage with Regal. I don't know what if it was just like their fake media coming up to him and asking him like.
No, it was. I mean, I'm sorry to interrupt. It was. No. It was basically that, like, Cassius Ohno, your boyfriend Cassius Ohno.
Thick boy number 2.
Yeah, he like kept mentioning bros and was like, "Oh, your shiny new bro signee," and he really wants a piece of Matt Riddle. Which, you know what? I don't blame him.
Oh, okay. Because I had a really dumb moment. I was like, "Who is his shiny new toy?" Of course,
it's Matt Riddle.
I completely forgot about him
because Ono like did everything short of saying his name. Like everything that he said had, if you know him at all, you would know that he meant. I mean, basically, he could have said, "Your dude who's fucking high all the time, the king of all bros. Where is he?" And you would have been like, "Oh yeah, Matt Riddle."
Oh, because I did read about romance, that word being used. Okay, so that makes sense. That's what I was
kind of hoping he would have called himself Cassius Brono, but he didn't.
Oh, so then within that moment, I guess Nikki Cross makes her appearance again and goes up to Ono and says, "I know what you did too." I can't do a Scottish accent. How about you guys? Why don't you take a stab at that?
Well, I don't think she even sounds that Scottish when she's being tweaker.
I know what you did. No, that's like
that's a Kairi Sane.
I know what you did too.
She was just like, "I know what you did too."
I'm gonna vote with Val on that one.
What you did, mate.
I know what you did too.
That's
I
really
love
good.
it. Val gets the crown on that one. Yes, Queen. Yes, Queen. You got it.
Cross. I feel good about my life.
That.
Well, then there was. Oh my. Okay. Well, we follow that up with another backstage hype video for next week's duo main events, co-main event, however you want to word it, between Undisputed Era and War Raiders and Bianca Belair versus Nikki Cross.
I know.
Yes. I just hope that they end with the Cross and Belair match. I think they will, but I don't get me wrong, I'm all about Undisputed Era, but get the ladies the main event card. Let them close it out. So, we'll find out next week, right? And then the match I wanted to watch so bad, but just life is life, and I didn't have time. And it was the Ricochet, Pete Dunne, and Adam Cole Bay fighting each other for the North American Championship. Ricochet did retain, and I read the moves that were being done, but I had not seen it, so I can't even imagine. Val, how about you enlighten the show and the listeners about what you saw with this match?
So overall, it was like everything that you would think would come out of these three dudes in the same ring at once. I think,
Orgasms, yes.
yeah, pretty much.
A wet dream, of course.
If I were to give it a star rating, I would have given it 6.5 splooshes.
Oh,
yes.
Like splooshes.
My sploosh rating is like gotta do some laundry. Like
Yeah.
that's how
Replacing a lot of sheets. We're going through a lot of Tide Pods.
Pat, you
this
better have a
evening.
sound effect for that.
But yeah, it was just I think the biggest downfall for Adam Cole Bebe is his ego. He was too into doing the Adam Cole Bebe and focusing on him being him, which is great for his character and his persona and all that. But that was pretty much his downfall. But I don't know. It was just so intense. Like just the three of them all in the same ring together was sick. And I
definitely am going to go back and watch it because I want to take a moment to live it, because we all know, we talk about this every week, how they over execute their matches, and this is one I'm bummed that I didn't watch before recording. But life happens. So Val, thank you so much for like giving some insight on this.
Oh yeah, but I mean, I really thought Pete Dunne was going to win it, and they kept trying to get over the fact that he'd be like the first ever 2-title NXT single. Like, because I mean, Undisputed Era, Freebird rules. That's a tag team, so technically Adam Cole is a 2-time belt holder because he was the North American champ. But yeah, so they were trying to push over that Pete Dunne would have been the 2-time champ. I really thought he was going to get it, but at the very last second, it was like sick. He tried, like he did the bitter end, like his finisher. Mm-hmm. Basically, he like took Cole out with like a super fucking strong bruiserweight style clothesline, and then he also like put like rocked him with the bitter end. But then like Ricochet like fucking comes in out of nowhere, like essentially to like break up the pin that Dunne was gonna make. Sorry, my dog's like coughing right now.
Yeah, we're wondering what those sounds are. Yeah, it was. I didn't know what that was.
Yeah, that's my
Her
dog.
baby.
Sorry, she's just puked on the floor, so that's cool. This is my
nice job, Pat.
That's okay.
I like how you said that all casual. Oh, just dog just puking on the floor. That's all.
That's what. Hey, all of us are fur parents, so we understand.
It's gonna be real casual because I just turned around and she puked on my pillow and all over the sheets.
Oh no!
Thank you,
wow.
Yippee. Yeah.
Talk about Tide Pods.
Oh my god! And I seriously just did my whole. I just like washed all my sheets and everything. Motherfucker.
That's worse. Especially. Well, do you have to pay for your laundry?
No, because where I'm house/dog sitting. There's an
they got like a nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I miss.
Sucks. Not only does Yippee not feel good, and that's never a good thing, but having to clean up after dog puke. Wait, that's a fun way to spend your night. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so instead of discussing Pete Dunne and his killer bitter end, I'm talking about dog vomit. So how about you guys? Oh, yeah.
Well, again, thank you, Val, for giving the intel of last night's episode for us.
Yeah. The Kyrie Shayna Baszler video package was like pretty good. Like Kyrie was just like cute on the street interview, like, I'm so cute. Look at my pink lipstick and my blue jacket. I'm so cute. And then Shayna Baszler was just like, here's all this footage of me destroying people and things and air punching. And so it was pretty good. It was pretty good, I thought.
Yeah, shut up, bitch. And watch
exactly.
You know what? Shayna can take control, okay? I have nothing against her just, taking the reins on that.
I would absolutely never complain about her taking control.
Yep.
Also,
neck
beard. In the same breath about me talking about dog vomit. There we go. That's sexy. But the Keith Lee Kona Reeves match was pretty good as well. So the whole show was really, really good.
What the hell? There's so many sounds and just weird things going on right now.
Well, thank you for closing out NXT. I appreciate it for giving us that live coverage. How about we're gonna take a sharp left turn into Is it? I guess technically, would it be left to get to Australia from here?
on a flat plane on the correct
On the correct statement of flat
You
Earth.
need to go down and to the right if you're looking down at the disc.
Black Market Ivan, how about you inform the world about Superstar Showdown?
All right, mate. So we had Superstar Showdown about last week or outside.
Is that for real?
Saturday. And
Wait, you sound like Robert Downey Jr. in Natural Born Killers.
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm hearing right now.
Oh my god. Oh
So
my God.
you had the New Day defeating the Bar to retain the SmackDown Tag Team Championship, pancakes and all. Then we had Charlotte Flair defeating Becky Lynch
Woo!
via disqualification. Here in Australia, we call that a knickery-doo.
Oh my god.
Becky Lynch retains it, of course.
Wait. You didn't make a joke about koalas when you had a disqualification? You're fired.
Damn, Val.
What were those sounds that just came out of the two of you? Says a girl cleaning up dog vomit.
Simon just got treated.
White people are crazy.
Yo, Pat, check
White
this
people
out.
are
Everyone
crazy.
fight. Everyone fight.
Ew, he's doing that with wine, with a red blend. A red blend from South Africa.
Disqualification. We ain't seen nothing, Lashley defeating Owens and Elias. And Elias talked a little jibber jabber. That wasn't even Australian. That wasn't even funny.
Was it? What
I'm
are
gonna
you?
stop.
Again, you're just Robert Downey.
You could have said didgeridoo jabber. That was bad. Okay, I'm cleaning up vomit. I'm gonna put my shit on mute.
Chinese American Mark Wahlberg, John
Mark
Cena,
Wahlberg.
and then Bobby, the eyebrow down under, defeated Owens and Elias. Then the Iconics in their home country defeated Asuka and Naomi. Guys, what happened to Asuka? Can someone tell me? But don't tell me now. Let me finish the recap. Then we had AJ Styles defeating Samoa Joe to retain the WWE Championship. You know what? It is a Samoa Joe project. Just big wet fart. I hope not. Then we had Ronda Rousey and the Botch Twins defeating the Riot Squad.
Ooh, that's
The
good.
Botch Twins. Then we had Buddy Murphy defeating Cedric Cosby Alexander to win the WWE Cruiserweight Championship.
So
Surprise!
So bad. So bad.
Surprise! And I actually didn't watch this match, and I want to watch it to see. You know what? To me, I love watching events like this just to hear the crowd reaction, and I'm sure it was deafening, but I'll ask you guys in a moment. Then we had The Shield defeating the quote-unquote Dogs of War. Even the might, girth, and veniness of Drew McIntyre's Claymore could not get the win. Then
it's so unfortunate when you can't finish.
Oh, he could definitely get the win.
Oh,
I'm saying.
I know he could win if he just tried harder.
Okay, Mr. Black Market Guard, just keep going.
Daniel Bryan defeated The Miz
She's
win.
snorting, you guys.
to win a WWE Championship match opportunity. And then the main event sponsored by Bengay
Hey, I use Bengay all the time.
and Metamucil
I
So-
do use Bengay
and,
also.
and Centrum Silver.
Okay.
Triple H
These are all
defeated.
things I intake, and I'm in my 30s.
What is all that noise? What is all that noise? It sounds like someone is literally crumpling aluminum foil. Triple H defeated The Undertaker. And yes, I'm nowhere near their physique, but damn, what a flabby match. What did you guys...
Oh my god!
Who watched the show? Who has input?
I stayed up to watch it.
I'm cleaning
Oh,
up.
you
I'm
did.
cleaning up dog vomit.
All right. While you clean up,
So I'm gonna mute my shit. I already
While
put
you-
in the
all right.
input of koalas.
while you clean that up, Pat, tell us because we did not watch it. We just watched the recap, and I'm glad I didn't watch it. But
Yeah,
but Val, can you mute the pooper scooping or the puke scooping activities, please? Thank you.
yeah.
Is that not? Is that not muted? Wait, here I'm gonna talk.
No, my
Sorry.
bad. You know what? That was me. I would apologize.
Am I muted? Can you hear me?
Yes,
I
can still
can hear you.
Shit.
It's
Okay.
alright. It's a new
Good
headset.
dynamite.
I
And
gotta
by the
figure it
way,
out.
what's
Yeah,
up? What's up to M? What's up to M in the chat? Who simply said penis.
Thank you, M.
Yes.
Thank you
Yeah,
for being
thank you
on
for.
our side.
Well,
All
y'all
right.
did say
Yeah,
something
M.
about
Fuck
something
yeah.
big and veiny, so I guess that gives them all the right to say penis. But yeah, I did watch the Super House Show down, and you know, I've been trying to like embrace my inner neck beard. And it's getting hard every day, man. I really didn't like the New Day match. I didn't like the Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair match only because Becky Lynch is so good. Not to take any credit away from Charlotte Flair, but Becky Lynch doesn't need to do heel shit to win. I thought
This is my issue with her. This is why I don't like her title reign, because it's pissing me off, because they're like, she's trying to be this heel, but all she's doing is bullshit. And she's saying how she deserves her title and this and that, but she's not winning in a manner that Becky Lynch would have normally. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah. Like they don't need to go that route, but that's neither here or there because WWE is pissing me off. Anyway,
Fair. That's fair.
Fucking Cena and Lashley versus Elias and Owens. I thought that was a complete joke because Cena only worked a minute and 56 seconds in the match, and did his 6 moves of doom. He did the stupid Jackie Chan punch at the end to beat Elias. After Elias and Kevin Owens beat the shit, pretty much they beat the black off of Lashley in that match. And then Cena just comes in and
that's
does
harsh,
6 moves. He does 6 moves and then he says some bullshit speech. Not saying that he's retiring, but just he doesn't know what's gonna go on from there. Iconics winning over Asuka. Rest in peace, Asuka. I don't know what happened. You have a person that had a damn near 2-year undefeated fucking reign and streak of terror.
I can tell you what happened, at least for this. It was in Australia, and they want to push the Australia market because there's a lot of dollars down there, and it's because they're from there. I mean, the rest of it, I don't fucking know, but
and I was all for the Iconics winning. I'm all for anybody winning in their home country or town. It's just that the fact that Asuka just has to pay for it. She's been paying for it ever since her loss at WrestleMania. They got fucking Asuka twerking now, so I don't know what's going on with that. Ronda Rousey and the Bella Twins. I think I probably took a piss during that match. I don't remember too much of that match. Buddy Murphy and Cedric Cosby Alexander. What a fucking match. And I know Ivan and Danielle, you guys didn't watch it live or anything. Val, I don't know if you watched it live either, because I know you've been kind of like busy as shit. But
I worked 20 hours in a row. I did not watch it live. I just watched clips.
Okay. So the feeling that I got when Buddy Murphy won in Australia in his hometown was very similar to when Punk won Money in the Bank in Chicago.
Oh, that's a bold statement.
It was fucking crazy. Like you would have thought that was the main event.
Yeah.
Like that was an amazing match. I mean, it definitely was the best match of the night. The Shield and Braun and Drew and all those guys could care less about that shit. Didn't give a fuck about that match. Same thing with Daniel Bryan winning in like 2 minutes with The Miz. Could care less. I do like the fact that we will see AJ versus Daniel Bryan. I just don't like the fact that it's going to be on a throwaway piece of shit pay-per-view, the Crown Jewel. Yeah, I got more about that later on. Fucking shits. And then 206 years of combined age in the fucking main event.
Wow, that sounds like you did the math.
Yes, 206 combined age for a match. And you know what? I will say this though. I was very surprised at how long this match went. Even though I know it was a lot of bullshit and a lot of antics outside the match, outside the ring and shit like that. But I was surprised because Undertaker looked like he was gassed on I think it was the Raw before the showdown. He chokeslammed fucking Triple H and he looked like he was out of breath. And they went, damn near, I think it was like 30 minutes or something like that. So I was surprised that didn't give a fuck about this match at all. Triple H won, bow down to the king. And it sets up for this bullshit at this bullshit pay-per-view that I could give two fucks about. And that's my thought of fucking Super Showdown. I don't give a fuck about that show.
Val, any last thoughts on this?
Well, I wish my dog didn't puke. I'm really sorry, you guys, but that's the joys of parenthood, right? And
no,
that is
good.
the dryer.
What is that?
That's a fancy
dryer?
dryer.
That's a dryer?
Yeah, I'm from outer space now.
That is a fancy ass dryer. I've never had a dryer that played music.
It sings to me, guys.
I gotta step my game up. I need to get a dryer that plays Roman Reigns theme.
Well, there is a lot of dog puke from a little dog, so. No, I just thought I'm really glad I didn't waste my time watching it live like I was planning on doing while I was working 20 hours in a row. But there wasn't anything crazy outstanding. I was fine with the Iconics winning as well. I think it makes sense. I was also super stoked for Buddy Murphy because they dropped him to 205, and I think his career is much better off for it. He's not just Mr. Alexa Bliss anymore, and I don't know. I'm really stoked that he got to win because he actually is from Melbourne, so that's pretty fucking cool. And I agree with you, and I know Simon, one half of the Ascension, decided that that is bold words, but I mean, people were losing their minds. Like, there's nobody that's come out of Melbourne, Australia that I can think of off the top of my head, and please don't hate me, Aussies, because I love you so much, that has won a title in their hometown. That absolutely is CM Punk winning it in Chicago. Absolutely.
That's great. I mean, I didn't watch it, so I'm saying it's bold. That's the high praise. I'm watching.
I really think that match alone is worth watching. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna clean up more vomit, so I'm gonna go on mute.
No, take your time. And while you're doing that, I will talk about 205 Live. I guess
Is there no New Japan? Did I miss going to Japan?
No. We haven't got to Japan yet. We're gonna get there. I think we saved that for last because
the season 2 itinerary is moved around a little bit. Beautiful.
Yeah.
I just figured since we were in Australia, it would make sense to go to Japan because it's a short plane ride. But
no, we're expensing it. We're expensing it on the company card, so we're.
I mean, since the WWE just made billions of dollars recently, or wait, no, they lost $1 billion.
They lost $1 billion, which is good.
Yeah, because we're going to buy all their stock.
Yeah, they sell it for $1. I'll definitely get some stock.
Oh yeah, scheduled for one WWE now.
Yeah, I know. Shit, yeah. So 205 Live. I actually watched this. I don't know why. No,
it was good.
I do know why. It came on a different day, and I just happened to be watching the network, and it was 205 Live. So, what happened was we had Leo Rush coming out, and I hate the way that Leo Rush talks.
Oh my god, yes.
I just hate it, but he's such a great heel, and I'm glad that he's kind of playing off still of the heel because it doesn't make some things in WWE don't make sense. It's kind of like the Drake Maverick thing. He's a heel on Raw with AOP, but then he's a face as a general manager on 205 Live or 205 Recorded or whatever the fuck name they're going by right now. So Leo Rush comes out and he's like, I'm going to make somebody famous tonight. I am the 23-year-old piece of gold, and I'm going to pretty much beat whoever comes out. So I'm having an open challenge, and Lince Dorado comes out. It was actually a decent match, and Lince Dorado he won by disqualification because we had the debut of Mike Kanellis, aka Mike Bennett, who is now on 205 Live, which I think is going to be a great move for him. Kind of like a rebirth, because I mean he's been with the company for 2 years now, and I know he had some problems with addiction, and he's been clean for some time, and now he has a baby and stuff, so he's turned his life around, and hopefully 205 Live will do wonders for him, like it's done for people like Buddy Murphy and Hideo Itami and stuff like that. So that'll be pretty dope. Speaking of Buddy Murphy, he shot a promo. Pretty much, he's still in Australia celebrating, and he basically said, the champ will do whatever the champ wants to, and he'll show up when he feels like it. So no Buddy Murphy on 205 Live this week. Main event was Tony Nese defeating Cedric Alexander after a 450 splash. Very good match. Before the match, Mustafa Ali came to talk to Cedric and ask him if he was okay and stuff like that. And you can kind of see the frustration from Cedric. I don't know if he's going to turn heel. I'm pretty sure he probably is. And that kind of what cost him the match. He was pretty much frustrated, yelling at the ref and shit like that. And then Tony Nese, basically, I think this is probably the biggest win of his 205 Live career. So, Tony Nese beat Cedric Alexander, and he goes on into a losing streak. I guess they're playing off of that Cedric, he's losing these matches and shit like that. So it'd be interesting to see what goes on with Mike Bennett now, or Mike Kanellis, that he's there, and maybe more people will give 205 Live a chance. So way better than when it excuse me, way better than when Enzo was there. So
oh my god, yes,
they're pretty stepping it up. So yeah, that was 205 Live for you guys. Val is.
Wanted to
it sounds like you are tearing your entire house down and rebuilding it.
No, I'm trying to. I just wanted to say that two things. It was also the return of Maria Kanellis. She was part of the reason why Mike was a distraction.
Pat, you sexist.
That's all right. He hates women. He said he doesn't like redheads, and well, that's what she is. So, except for Danielle, he loves Danielle.
You know what? That's right.
I got a little offended there.
Nah, we love Danielle forever.
That's right. The Power of Love did play, and she did come out. I totally missed that. I'm sorry.
And then also, there was the mention of Drew Gulak being pissed that there's so much talk about 1,000 episodes of SmackDown Live, yet no mention of 100 episodes of 205 Live. And I thought it was
right. Yeah, he did have. Yeah.
I just love everything about Drew Gulak, so I want to just give him a little light and a little love. That's all. Yeah, I'll go back to help my dying dog now. Excuse me.
Well, while you're helping Yippee, I will go into Monday Night Raw, which Val, you were actually there. Like, you were actually in attendance. I had no fucking clue that WWE was in the state of Illinois because just didn't give a fuck. So we start out. I'm gonna try to go through this as fast as possible.
Rapid
the show
fire.
opened. Yeah. Well, not well. Yeah.
60-second recap. Go.
Okay. So the show opened with Shawn Michaels and Triple H come out, and they're challenging the Undertaker and Kane to a match at Crown Jewel, which I think is gonna fucking stink to high hell. Reforming the Generation X. Once again, 206 years of fucking white guys in the ring.
Whoa! Who's fucking white guys in the ring for 200?
Hey, that's.
Then I really should have went to Raw.
Yeah, that's our other podcast, Danielle.
Damn it.
Yeah, guys in the ring doing it raw.
Oh, baby, I like it raw.
Give me front row seats for that show.
So, John Cena he's been announced for the World Cup tournament, and I think he just got in just being John Cena. Didn't have to.
No. He did a qualifier.
Oh, Oh, really?
No, he
I'm-
didn't. No, that's what's hilarious about it. Yeah, no, he qualified
Yeah.
because John Cena.
Yeah, he's
Sorry,
John
that was
Cena.
my dog
Okay,
puking.
So the first match was Bobby Lashley defeating Kevin Owens. Once again, Leo Rush talked on the microphone through the whole entire match. Lashley, like he was doing that stupid
my
shit, hyping
God.
up Lashley, and which is crazy because it seemed like we saw a double turn with Lashley actually turning heel and Kevin Owens being the face. Just off of crowd reaction. Owens, he had such huge support, and he lost with a cutter, which is crazy because Lashley used to do the Dominator, and then I know he did the stalling suplex. So I'm wondering if he did that because he can't hold Kevin Owens up in the air for 10 seconds. So
Yeah, Kevin is not a
after the-
petite athlete.
Yeah. So after the match, we cut to Bayley and Finn Balor backstage because they have nothing for Finn Balor at the moment. We see Leo Rush again shows up with Bobby Lashley, doing the typical shit that he does, and says that him and Lashley are too sweet. So I'm assuming that we're going to go into a Finn Balor Bobby eyebrow program, which I'm actually for because Finn Balor's been wasting away like old dog shit. They haven't done anything with him. They put him in these mixed match challenges and mixed match tags that really don't mean anything because I don't think he's gonna win the mixed match tag team shit. So we go to the next match. Ronda Rousey and the Bella Twins, they defeated the Riot Squad again. But then the Bella Twins, they turned on Ronda and kind of beat the shit out of her, and then I guess that sets up Nikki Bella versus Ronda Rousey for the women's championship at Evolution, which
Boo!
yeah,
I'm
Yep.
excited about it. Fuck that. I'm really excited about it. Ick.
I
Nope.
will say this though.
I'm
I will
pro
say
Bella.
this, though. The crowd,
I always have been.
the crowd was really like they were into this. They were into the Nikki Bella and Ronda Rousey shit. So I'm gonna give it a chance. I'll give it a chance.
Look,
I'm
I know we're supposed to wait until you're done with this segment, but I'm going to cut you off because I'm Kanye West of SOF.
oh my god.
SFOF. I'm going to let you finish, but
Mhm.
it was the most surreal. It was not quite Roman Reigns level of boos and yays at the same time, but people are very much in your camp, Danielle, and very much anti-Bellas right now because, and I understand the argument, is that they are the de-evolution of evolution because they're just tits and ass, this and that. I completely disagree with that statement, and I think that they started at a time where all you had to be was tits and ass, and they worked really hard. And one of them had life-altering neck surgery, and the other one had a baby and emergency C-section. Of course they're going to fucking come back rusty. But
Yeah.
there were people that were like shrieking and crying when the Bellas came out. Like people were shaking, guys and girls. It was crazy. And then there were people that were like, fuck you, Bellas, get the fuck out of here. You're not my wrestlers. Like it was insane. The people around me, that's why like I put it on our Instagram. It was the most astounding reaction I've ever heard, especially considering I've seen the Bellas live multiple times. Prior to the Revolution, now Evolution, people were super supportive of them. But as soon as they became more of reality TV stars and they became wrestlers, all of a sudden people fucking viscerally hate them. It's insane. And like, I kind of feel like we all knew that the turn was happening since SummerSlam, like when all of a sudden they were best friends for no reason. But it was pretty awesome to see that turn happen live. I didn't expect it to happen because why didn't it happen in Australia? Why in Chicago? But
the crowd went completely apeshit for that. So I'll give it a chance. Next match, Finn Balor and Bayley defeating Alicia Fox and Jennifer. I don't know what the fuck. Okay. The next match after that, which I kind of, which was crazy because we saw guys that we've actually seen wrestle before. Pat Monix was in it. There was another guy from
There was a
from,
couple of guys actually.
there's a couple freelance guys.
The Mexican guy, like from Mexico, that
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken, that was Robert Anthony. Like I didn't recognize him when I was at Raw, but when I watched it with my girlfriend Stephanie, she, like I said, she wanted to get back in wrestling. So one of my girls was like, "Hey, you can help me get back into wrestling." I'm like, "Of course, it's a gateway drug." So we just watched that match tonight while we were eating Mexican food, and that's when I shouted that the Mexican guy was Robert Anthony. But Pat Monix was the gent from Australia, Antarctica. Antarctica. It's very cold there. That's why he wears such little clothing. And then Roy Flash Gordon was the gent from Chile, the Chilean sea bass.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then one of the dudes from Zero Gravity was the Gripper. And then, I mean, like every single one of those guys is not a jobber. They're like local Chicago dudes. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was pretty cool to see. But what I took away from this match, outside of fucking 49-year-old Kurt Angle qualifying for the World Cup, which is another white guy, it seemed to me like they was poking fun at All In, because it was pretty much the same shit that happened with Flip Gordon at All In. You know, first guy to get eliminated, he's outside the ring, waits for the whole thing, and then comes in, gets his shit in, takes his mask off. Kurt Angle, same thing as Flip Gordon. So Kurt Angle's in the Battle Royal to fight some more white people. Amber Moon defeated Nia Jax, which I thought was at the end of the match, it was kind of odd because like they hugged and really got no applause, no boos, no nothing. It was just people were just like, huh? Then we had Alexa Bliss and Mickie James come out to talk shit about Trish. Trish she challenged both of them to a tag match there. Lita comes out, and
I had fucking chills.
Two single. Yeah, it seemed like a lot of people went crazy doing that shit. So instead of now 2 single matches, it's going to just be 1 tag team match: Mickie James, Alexa Bliss versus Trish Stratus and Lita. Chad Gable and Bobby Roode defeated the Ascension, which is crazy. After the match, AOP showed up and beat the shit out of everybody. After that, Paul Heyman cut a promo about Brock Lesnar winning at the Crown Jewel. And then we had the lackluster main event: Braun Strowman, Dolph Ziggler, and Drew leading the Shield, with McIntyre pinning Ambrose after the Claymore. And after the match, Ambrose just walked out on Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. So that pretty much was Raw. And I guess we can just go right into fucking SmackDown. So Val, please just tell us about SmackDown and all that great shit.
It was in Indianapolis. They talked about Crown Jewel so much so that I swear I thought it was the next pay-per-view. Oh wait, that's Evolution. It opened with the SmackDown Women's Championship, where if Becky Lynch is disqualified, Lynch will lose the title. And I give this match a solid A. Like it was a really good match overall. There were so many near falls that I really wasn't sure which way this was going. Like honestly, Becky decided to kind of be a pouting baby because she wasn't getting her way. And she took her title and started to go back up the ramp, which I was disappointed because I like Becky Lynch because she's a fucking workhorse, not a wuss, you know? And they started trying to counter out. Charlotte then got up to, Becky started arguing with the official and she almost got pinned by Charlotte right then and there, which leads to Lynch rolling out of the ring again. And then Charlotte missed a moonsault opportunity. And then it kind of went right into a Beck Exploder onto the floor. Turns into a 9 count, which turns into Lynch joining into the count out. Like Becky Lynch went into the ring, but Charlotte was out for 9. And then next thing you know, Becky Lynch got out of the ring as well. So it turned into a double count out. So there was no winner, no DQ, double count out. Next thing you know, they are fighting their way up the ramp. And then fucking my homegirl for life, Charlotte, spears. Like the best spears. Like take your notes, everybody. Right through the Titantron, which I feel like was for Tall Dad because he hates moving that heavy piece. And Charlotte and Becky just kind of laid there stuck in between the panels. and Charlotte came out with her arm bleeding in multiple places. They cut away pretty quickly, but they did mention it, so I'm assuming that she's okay. And then in comes the first and only promo that I've seen, or trailer rather, for Evolution, and it's all about what are little girls made of? I'm just like, that's how you're going to advertise the first ever all-women's pay-per-view? Whatever. But either way, I'm so stoked. Yeah, I'm going to be there. I'm so fucking excited. Undertaker is on SmackDown's 1000th episode next Tuesday. My friend Stephanie, who we were watching wrestling today, said, is that because he's 1,000 years old? And I was like, yep, pretty much. That's exactly why. There was a Jeff Hardy video package before his World Cup qualifier with Samoa Joe. The match was stopped by a ref because it appeared that Joe was seriously injured, although not a single mention of it, but it just went in the favor of Jeff Hardy. So he will advance to the bullshit World Cup at the Crown Jewel. There's going to be a reunion of Evolution at SmackDown Live 1000 next Tuesday. But again, no mention of Evolution, the actual pay-per-view they're having. Oh, God, look at that overline, is what Stephanie said when they showed Paige. As soon as Paige here appeared on screen, all she could do was say, why does she have so much makeup on?
Guys.
Hi, guys. So basically saying that Charlotte and Becky will compete for the SmackDown Live title at Evolution in the first ever Last Women Standing match, which I'm excited about. And then she said, those eyebrows, and just left the room. I was very proud of Stephanie's review of the Paige segment. There was a Miz TV segment with AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan, blah, blah, blah. They were like circle jerking each other, basically saying, you're the best, no, you're the best, no, you're the best. Turned into the Miz calling them out on their bullshit. And then essentially, Miz decided, I don't know how he decided, but he announced that AJ would be wrestling Shelton Benjamin, who I think is such a babe, and he's so underutilized. They make him so boring. Yeah, I don't know. It was not really that great of a SmackDown, honestly. Oh yeah, we ended up ordering burritos because I said Shelton Benjamin was a snack and that we should get food. So we got burritos. And it was Aiden Day, of course. But if I'm not mistaken, wasn't it Eddie Guerrero's birthday on Tuesday? Anybody know?
That is correct.
It is?
He was
okay.
51.
Yeah.
He would have been 51. Oh,
he would have been 50 wonderful.
50
And that's great because Aiden is his son-in-law.
Right, exactly. So I thought it was interesting that they did a segment for him on Eddie Guerrero's birthday. One night in Milwaukee, the director's cut, basically Aiden tries to say that Lana was trying to fuck him. That actually is not true because Lana says your account was hacked because his password is I heart Rusev. They played the full video. It shows Aiden putting the moves on Lana. I don't know. Basically, it was stupid. Rey Mysterio returns next week, too, for the 1000th SmackDown Live episode. He's going to be facing Shinsuke Nakamura for a World Cup qualifier match. Another Susan G. Komen spot. Hashtag unacceptable, by the way. That's the hashtag they want you to use. Unacceptable. That is so inappropriate and so appropriate on so many levels. So in the main event, out comes a Big Show to take on Clandy Orton. The highlight of this match for me likely will be the referee, Charles Robinson. Lil Nate is my favorite ref. That's basically how I felt about the match. It was the first time that Big Show was in a WWE ring in over a year. Last time it was against Braun Strowman, and he ended up having hip surgery. I really couldn't tell you much about the match since I was more interested in the vegan beef jerky that Stephanie was feeding me. And yeah, that was the Hulu version of SmackDown Live. There you go.
Well,
all right.
yeah, I can care less.
Yeah.
It's just WWE just sucks right now. I'm sorry, man. Just all the little fucking gimmicks and bullshit that they've been putting together. Like I said, Crown Jewel is going to stink. But I know my dumb ass is going to sit there and watch it. Don't really give a shit about it, It's whatever,
I'm just very annoyed that it's like if you stop being friends with someone and then one of your good friends is still going to parties with that friend, you're like, why is that person still involved with that person? So it's kind of like WWE still doing business with Saudi Arabia after all that crap that happened. Like I'm taking it personally that they're still doing. I know they contractually are obligated. I think they got a lot of money up front to do like 4 shows there or something.
Oh yeah, they
but
got
like,
a shitload of
you know,
money.
but the fact that after all the outrage last time and how their female talent is clearly unhappy with that whole situation, and then this is happening so close to I'm just kind of like, man, like that just the whole thing is annoying.
To The Rock for turning down $20 million. You know, it was rumored that they wanted him to be a part of the show, and he said he wouldn't do it unless the women wrestled.
Wow,
so
I believe
shout out to The Rock for that. You know, I'm pretty sure he doesn't need 20 million, but shit, you know, still, you know, it just goes to show that the women do have people that are on their side and for them. And hopefully, you know, if not at this fucking Saudi Arabia crown jewel bullshit, hopefully the one after that, maybe we can get, you know, a couple matches on there with some women or something. Or at least have women interviewers and commentators and shit like that. And what's so crazy is that I love the fact on Monday that Michael Cole, when he was hyping up this crown jewel bullshit, he just kept saying, "Oh yeah, we're going to be live here," and blah blah. And I'm looking like Renee Young's not going to be there.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is we? You know, who is the we we're talking about? So fuck Saudi Arabia for well, not that I'm pretty sure there's some nice people there, but I just don't like WWE doing the business thing with them right now. And you know, obviously they must have threw a big bag at fucking Shawn Michaels to get him to come out of retirement. So, you know, it's whatever. Don't give a shit.
Yeah, it's pretty annoying, but for me, there's enough highlights in, like, there's enough high spots and shit, or bright spots in WWE's programming that's why I still watch it. Because when I got to watch, like, Heidi Lovelace in a ring against Ronda Rousey, like, my brain was melting. That's why I went to go see it live. I also got hella good seats on the super, super cheap, so it was great. Shout out to my boy Ruben. We decided to go last minute, and we got last minute tickets that were super cheap. Ringside was great. You know, I mean, I
need a plug.
I like seeing everything unfold. I mean, it's really frustrating at times, but then other times it's exhilarating and it's exciting. And I mean, do I prefer going to freelance in AAW? You bet your damn ass I do. But am I stoked that I get to watch people like Pat Monix and Roy Flash Gordon in a WWE ring? That's like insane to me. So I'm going to keep watching WWE in the hopes that they'll keep making strides in the right direction. Because there was like almost a full decade that I barely watched it because of things like Miss Royal Rumble 2000. So speaking of women in wrestling, shall we discuss the Maiden Classic?
Go ahead, do it.
Yeah, sure, please.
Do it.
I know what you did. So it's the second part of round 2, and it was Zeuxis from Mexico City taking on Io Shirai from Tokyo, Japan. And Michael Cole butchered her name so much. All I could think of was like, Danielle must be having seizures right now from how many times he fucked up Zeuxis' name. Like, he called her Zeuxis. Like, I was like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? Anyway,
Hence
so I
why he is permanently in the penitentiary.
I was like, girl, lock it, throw away the key. The crowd is definitely very much behind Io Shirai. It was a strong match, as to be expected by these two competitors. They were phenomenal. I would have better notes, but I was way too focused on how many times the commentators fucked up Zeuxis' name. It was super bizarro near botch finisher. I thought, like, it looked like a basket catch. Like, Zeuxis was saying, just jump into my arms. It was like all but a cradle catch. Other than that, the whole match was fantastic. But she essentially caught Io Shirai, who ended up pinning her for the win. So Io Shirai is advancing to the next round. Up next, we had the Virtuosa, Deonna Purrazzo, versus Xia Li. Cole called her Oh, Danielle, just more fuel for the fire. Gymnastic gymnast.
What? Gymnastic gymnast.
Yeah, Stephanie and I had to like rewind it. Like, what did he just call her?
Ugh.
And so
He's trying to be like Morrow, and he can't.
Oh, Morrow was fucking shit up on NXT, girl. Don't even. I was getting pissed. I was like, I hope Danielle hears this. Anyway.
No, Morrow can't do wrong in my eyes.
You'll have to watch it again. You'll change your mind. Anytime they mentioned Deanna Purrazzo, he said gymnastic gymnast. She had a nice tie-up role on Lee, who responded with a great series of like a leg drop into an elbow drop. And it was just a really excellent match. Lee only has about 1 year or so under her belt. She was brand new when she was in the Mae Young Classic last year, if I'm not mistaken. But she held her own against the Virtuosa. Excellent reversal by Lee of Purrazzo's Fujiwara armbar. But in the end, Purrazzo did get Zia Lee to tap via said armbar. She had both arms behind her in a submission move, and it was beautiful. So watch this match for sure. And we're going to see Io Shirai versus Deanna Purrazzo in the quarterfinals. So that's fucking sick. I'm sure Vinnie Mac is like freaking out somewhere because Deanna's his favorite wrestler. One of my favorite wrestlers from the Shimmer set is Nicole Matthews. We talked about her last week. She took on Tegan Knox. Oh my God. There was actually the line, bring your sunglasses because the shiniest wizard is quite blinding.
What the fuck does that mean?
Well, because they always say that Tegan Knox is the girl with the shiniest wizard.
Yeah, which the phrase doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's because it's terrible. Loads of mentions of Tegan Knox's ACL repair. In fact, that was most of the commentary was revolving her knee surgery. My girl Stephanie really liked Tegan's ring gear. She was like, I just want you to know. Meanwhile, I was, I was concerned about Nicole Matthews' ring gear because she almost had a wardrobe malfunction. Eventually,
hey, neck beard alert.
Yeah. They were two evenly matched opponents. Didn't know which way this was going until
I just talked trash about Saudi Arabia being sexist, and I'm sitting here talking about wardrobe malfunctions. You know what it is, guys. Some things stay the same, things never change. You know what I'm saying?
Simon,
I'm halfway down this bottle of goat thing. You know what I'm saying?
Simon,
at least I can fucking not slur my words yet.
Puppies.
Simon, you are the crown jewel of SFOF. Anyway, Knox ended up using the shiniest wizard for the win. So Tegan will move on to face either Mia Yim or Caitlyn. Caitlyn, of course, is a former women's champ. She's from the Divas era. And Maya Yim, apparently is her name, but we all know that it's actually Mia Yim, sustained a minor injury the week before when she had chopped the ring post. And you could see that she has it like bandaged and it was really bothering her. And she really sold that hand injury the entire match, which I think is good. It's one of the things that WWE needs to work on is continuity of injuries. It was a pretty slow count by the ref when Caitlyn had Mia in the body scissor. Like, it was really, really slow. It almost looked like Caitlyn was going to win. It's pretty cool, though, to see that Caitlyn has gone from essentially her wrestling style was catfighting, because she came from that era, to realizing that she should like take advantage of her opponent's injury and like tweaking Mia's hand so hard. I thought she was going to break her hand. It was pretty good. Mia gave Caitlyn the soul food, which is basically the kick to the face. But it didn't do Caitlyn in. Caitlyn hung in there, but the knee bar is what ended up getting Caitlyn to tap. Congrats to Mia Yim for qualifying for the quarterfinals. But I gotta say, like, big props to Caitlyn for looking strong as fuck. Like, she looked great. I really hope that WWE brings her back in some capacity because honestly, she was awesome, I thought. And to be super lady Mark about it, I really loved her makeup as well. So Danielle, check out her makeup. It looks good. I think you'll approve.
She came a long way. She came a long way.
Yes.
I remember the shit years of women wrestling. Like,
yeah,
I think it was like 06, 07.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Time she was in.
Terrible.
Man,
It was just like a lot of cat
Yeah.
fighting and hair flips, but this time she did great. I mean, she was spearing people, she was body checking people. It was really good. And
it was really good.
And, like I said, the continuity of Mia chopping her hand into the ring post last week and then this week having an injured hand still. I mean, it's good because they normally don't do that. They're like, Kevin Owens quit. Oh, he's back the next week. You know what I mean? So that was cool. So the quarterfinals, I'm really excited for this. I feel like everybody on the podcast, if Simon is still alive, he probably is still excited for it. It's going to be Mako Satomura taking on Lacey Lane, which if Lacey Lane survives, I will probably stop watching wrestling.
Dang.
Tony Storm versus Mia Yim, which my brain is bleeding right now thinking about it. Tegan Knox versus Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley is going to break both of Tegan Knox's knees, and I hate to say that out loud because I know she fought really, really hard to get back in this ring, but Rhea Ripley is not the person you want to challenge. Io Shirai versus Deanna Purrazzo. Was it worth missing out on All In, Deanna? Was it? I guess we'll find out.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the Mae Young Classic.
Spoilers. I thought isn't the reveal of who won the Mae Young out right now?
Well, no, because that's at Evolution.
Oh, I
Yeah.
mean, like the
who's in the final?
the final.
I've heard different rumors. Yeah,
Okay, so it's still
I've
kind
heard
of
different thoughts
under
as well, yeah.
wraps somewhat.
I've heard two different stories regarding Tegan Knox because she did have an injury, and Tommaso Ciampa apparently carried her out from the ring because he is a gentleman and a scholar, and as well as a scoundrel. So I've also heard that she's one of the finalists. So who knows? Supposedly she had a career-ending injury, but then supposedly she's in the finals. So who knows?
Interesting.
But I guess she's still the shiniest wizard. So maybe as a wizard, she could heal her knee magically.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of wizards,
Zack Sabre Jr.?
how about Mr. Black Market Ivan? Why don't you transport us? Not really to the future. It's technically you're in the time machine. You're in a DeLorean, and you're gonna take us to the past. Technically,
I hate this segment.
are you
does
saying you
that
hate
mean?
this segment, or you hate my transition?
No.
I think you're
No.
being specific on hating my transition, and I'm offended.
No. All right, guys. So because we promised people in season 2 we would have 90-minute shows and 90 minutes would end in 3 minutes, I'm going to try to go fast. So we had King of Pro Wrestling, a huge New Japan Pro Wrestling event that happened on October 8th, only a few dozen hours ago. So I'm going to run through the results, and then I know Danielle and Pat, you both have things to say about this. So first, we had the typical, Legends versus Young Boys match. We had El Desperado and Yoshinobu Kanemaru from Suzuki-gun defeating Jushin Thunder Liger and Tiger Mask 4 to retain the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Championships. Then we had Togi Makabe and Tomoaki Honma defeating Juice Robinson and Toa Henare, Bad Luck Fale, Taiji Ishimori, Tama Tonga, and Tonga Loa then defeated Chase Owens, Hangman Page, Matt Jackson, and Nick Jackson. So we had a BCOG versus BC Elite. Once again, Bullet Club is now a hard split down the middle with OG/Firing Squad and the Elite. Then we had Hiroki Goto, Tomohiro Ishii, and Will Ospreay representing Chaos, defeating Minoru Suzuki Capone, Tai Chi, and Takashi Iizuka representing Suzuki-gun. Then we have Naito from LIJ coming out, getting on the mic and saying, I'm going to introduce the newest member of Los Ingobernables de Japón. Then on the screen appears the Dragon. And the new guy comes out with a mask and reveals himself to be Shingo Takagi from Dragon Gate. So big name, big face. The crowd had a nice pop. And it became Bushi, Sanada, Shingo Takagi, Tetsuya Naito defeating Kazuchika Okada, Sho, Taru Yano, and Yo representing Chaos. And now the show starts to get buck wild. We had Evil versus Zack Baber Jr. Zack Baber is on his way to the ring when someone dressed as a member of Evil's entourage comes out, starts beating the hell out of him, and it's Chris Jericho wearing the Intercontinental Championship. And pretty much he leaves, and Zack Sabre Jr. is like, hey, he's like, you're taking the piss, mate, to the ref. He's like, we're going to have this match. I don't care if he's incapacitated. So he starts beating the hell out of Evil. Then Naito comes out, and there's just a big old fancy old-time brawl with all the good old boys. Then we had Kushida defeating Marty Scurll to win the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship in the tournament finals. Nice match. Almost done, guys. Hiroshi Tanahashi defeated Switchblade Jay White to retain the G1 Climax 28 winners contract, which is New Japan's version of the briefcase. But afterwards, now keep in mind, Switchblade Jay White is a member of Chaos with Tanahashi. And he's always made his motives very clear. He's like, I don't care about this group. I'm here to get the top prize in the company. So after this match, Jay White snaps, starts beating the hell out of Tanahashi. Okada comes out, makes the save. Gedo, which was out there, which is pretty much the Triple H of New Japan. Gedo, which is part of Chaos, kind of is like, come on, guys, come on, what's going on? Okada starts beating him down, and Gedo is his mentor. Then Jado comes out, tries to play peacemaker, tries to keep the peace. Firing Squad comes out of nowhere. That's the Tongans and Taiji Ishimori. Tama starts beating the hell out of everybody. Everyone starts to beat the hell out of Okada. Jay White comes in, and you're like, oh my God, is he going to come in and save his teammates? Nope. He hits the Blade Runner on everybody, and they, instead of giving a too sweet, they give the upside down too sweet, which is indicative of their disdain for what Bullet Club has become, similar to, an American flag flying upside down. It's signaling anarchy, it's signaling chaos, and it was pretty amazing. So Jay White, Gedo, and Jado are pretty much Bullet Club firing squad, and Danielle will have something to say about this after that. Then, finally, we had for the second time in history, IWGP history, we had Kota Ibushi and Cody Omega fighting for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship in a three-way match. Kenny Omega defending, of course. He won. He retained. And it was an amazing match, as always, with a very sportsman-like ending of Cody saying, I'm not going to address the crowd until all of us are standing on our feet in the ring together. So really good stuff. Really amazing. So Danielle, I know what you think, but Pat, let's hear what you had to say, and then we'll go to Danielle.
Great fucking, I guess you would call this a pay-per-view, right? Yeah. So like fucking great. It was very surprising to see Shingo Tagagi or whatever the fuck his name is. I hate that. I don't want to butcher his name, but dude's really fun. This is my first time seeing this guy, and I was impressed by him. Not familiar with stuff at Dragon Gate, but was really good. I love Jericho showing up, attacking Evil, because Evil is my guy, and it looks like they're going to be facing. I think they're fighting each other, if I'm not mistaken. So that's going to be pretty dope to see Evil in a match with Jericho. Nice. I love the Marty match.
Pat, have fun editing this episode, by the way. Just
oh no,
just
that's cool. No, that's
oh shit! Sorry about that.
Have fun.
No, I love your dryer washer thingy.
The doors slamming are amazing ambiance.
I'm so sorry. I hit mute and then I must have hit it with my boob and it turned it off.
Next beard hurt.
Titties.
So yeah, I thought Marty Scurll was gonna pick up the win for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship, but he didn't. I think that was like my favorite match of the night. I know people was like, "Oh shit, what about Omega and Cody and Ibushi?" Like that was a great match and all, but I just I just enjoyed Marty's better, and but I will say one more thing. I was upset that Kitamura wasn't the new guy in Lost in the the shit with what's his name?
Lij.
I
Lij.
can't
That
pronounce
would've
these
been
fucking Hispanic names.
Yes,
Yeah. I wish they would have used him, but you know, I knew it wasn't going to be Pac or Neville. So, and I thought that would have been a perfect opportunity to bring in a lion or whatever to make the transition, because he hasn't been on New Japan TV or any shows as of late, and he's been very active on Instagram. So I thought maybe, you know, this would be the perfect time to bring him in, be the muscle of the group. But, you know, I don't write for New Japan, and I'm just a black guy that like wrestling. So I thought it was a great show, though. And my dumb ass stayed up till about 7 in the morning watching it. So it was really good.
Yeah, my whole thoughts are, you know, I'm not gonna drag this out, but Jay White refusing to join Bullet Club with Kenny Omega's invite, and then with Tama Tonga, my heart and my soul, inviting him, and he agrees, just makes it just the biggest heel group like it should be, and what it was, and what they're gonna make it back the OG style. They're just gonna, it's just heavenly. I'm super excited about that. That I think should have closed the night. Honestly, they should have left it with that type of turncoat, nail biting, what's gonna happen next moment. But you know, the Omega match, you know, they got to do what they got to do with it to make their dollars, right? And then my last thing is just Chris Jericho and his beautiful face paint, his beautiful makeup. I just want to be in the room while he's applying it, because it's sweated off his face by the time he's performing, and I just love it. I just love everything Chris Jericho does, and his hot mess of a face makes it even better.
Yeah. GOAT, greatest of all time, Jericho.
No pumpkin spice malort, Simon. I see what you're doing.
So, guys, we're kind of running over on time here. So we've got, other than Pat's $1,000 Redhead Diva Challenge and Nisei Lounge next week. Val, give us. I know there's a lot actually happening coming up. Why don't you give us the big old upload of all the information? And you shared some of it, I think, yesterday or today regarding freelance and stuff. So hit us with all the stuff.
Well, congratulations to AAW. They're taking their shtick on the road to Austin, Texas for the first time. Austin 1012 is what they're billing it as. You can find out more info at AAW Pro, but the card is really, really good. And if I wasn't working Pop Queen Diva show at the Riv, Jesse James, I would be going to Austin. So yeah, check it out if you're in the Austin, Texas area. If not, grab a cheap flight. AAW Pro is their Twitter handle. Definitely follow them. They're fantastic. And of course, don't forget, next Friday at Logan Square Auditorium, October 19th, 8 p.m. doors, 9 p.m. bell time, 21 and over. It came from beneath the ring. Freelance wrestling at Logan Square Auditorium, featuring the return of the Halloween gimmick Battle Royale, which you do not want to miss this. That's all I can say. Like, you do not want to miss this. I'm looking at you, Danielle.
What's
I can't see you, but I'm looking at you.
Costume's gonna be.
I can't.
If you dress up as Frank the Clown, so help you.
No, I want you guys to come back to freelance. I don't want you to never show up again. He was at Raw on Monday night. No clown makeup needed.
Fuck him.
Yeah. So it's a gimmick battle royale and a costume contest. Craig Mitchell will be taking on Caleb Conley for the Freelance Wrestling Championship. Ashley Vox is taking on Kylie Ray, Chicago's own. All Ego Ethan Page, my very best frenemy, is facing Man Scout Jake Manning, who I don't believe has ever wrestled in Freelance, but I could be wrong. I've had a lot of concussions. And All Ego's BFF for life, except for not at all, Eric Cannon, is in a four-way dance between Diamond Tiger, Kobe Durst, Eye Candy Elliott, who is one of my faves, and the former Freelance Wrestling champion, Darren Corbin. Ricky Shane Page takes on Alex Olson. There, of course, is the traditional scramble match, GPA, Danger Mouse, Tony Nass, Jaden Spade, Buku Dao, Space Monkey, and Matt Lancy. The tag team titles are on the line, But Isaiah Velasquez is currently without a partner since Stevie Fierce got injured, but they are taking on the Freelance Wrestling Tag Team Champions, the Workhorsemen. So we'll see who is going to be named to take Stevie Fierce's place. And overall, just props to the dudes from the Chicago scene. We already talked about it earlier, Pat Lennox and Roy Flash Gordon, and possibly Robert Anthony. I believe that was you. Big time props to all of them. I don't know. If you miss it, you're fucking up. Danielle, you don't even want to know what my nails are going to look like. Your brain will be melted when you see my nails. That's all I'm saying.
I
want to tell you so bad, but I can't do it.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
Oh, and I know we usually do our social media shout outs at the end, but I'm really proud that my work that I've been working on with freelance wrestling is kind of making its way to the internet airwaves, if you will. They're putting up all the interviews that I've been doing with the talent backstage. The GPA one just got put up today. So at freelance res, that's freelance WRES. That's a Twitter handle. Please follow it. And let me know what you think of the videos. Please let them know if you think I'm doing a good job, a bad job, whatever kind of job. If you think I'm a jobber, they'll get somebody else.
No, you're doing a good job. I like your face. I like your mannerisms. Really good.
Yeah, the thing is, I'm an animated fucko anyway, so like I can't control that. I really can't. I'm a spaz. Everybody knows that. Lady Mark for life. Hashtag. No pumpkin spice malort involved, but come see me at Nisei Lounge if you're bored and you want to watch wrestling all day on Saturday. Screw college sports ball. Let's watch wrestling.
Understandable. Yeah. Shit. So I guess, yeah. That's it. With no shout outs. I mean, I don't have any. I mean, just the neckbeards.
Shout out to everyone that's following, retweeting, liking, all that stuff to our all of our social media.
Yeah. And it's kind of super important to us because it lets us know like we're doing a decent job, and it's also let us know what you guys want to hear. So leave us messages on Instagram, on the Twitter feeds, comment, like, review, whatever you can. Even if it's just like, man, Val Capone, shut the fuck up about your dog's vomit. That's fine. I don't blame you. She's sleeping now, so.
I agree. No, I'm just playing. No.
Oh, which part?
No, but yeah, definitely. We do need to know. We need to know things like that, so we can make the show better. I had more to talk about the World Cup, but I will wait until next week because hopefully we'll have some people of color in it.
Yeah.
So,
I like that your Chicago Penitentiary mention was the creator of the World Cup trophy. Mine was going to be John Cena's qualifier match.
Yeah. Fucking, I can't stand that guy. But yeah, I guess thank you all for coming out. Well, not coming out, staying in, doing whatever you're doing,
I'm coming out, Mom. I have big news.
I'm coming out. Yeah,
well, it was National Coming Out Day recently.
Really, it's
I'm
not the same.
the
It's not during
up.
Gay Pride Month.
Mm-hmm.
Or not. It's just not. It's not Gay Pride Month. It's just Pride. Was it during Pride Month?
Pride Month.
No. It's October 11th. It's today, you guys.
It's today.
Really?
Yeah.
Today is
all right, I'm coming out.
Day and Rusev Day.
And Aiden Day.
Yeah, and Aiden Day. But yeah, hopefully this podcast will be up tomorrow. We've been having some technical difficulties I think it's on my end.
Other than my dog vomit?
Oh, dog vomit. So I know it's been going. I know the people that's listening. I know it's been going up to Google Music Google Play and Spotify and SoundCloud, but it hasn't been going to Apple podcast app. So I'm going to look further into it, and if I got to cuss out some fucking Nimrod on the phone to get it fixed, I will get it fixed so you guys can have it at a timely. So happy Call of Duty Black Ops 4 Day.
Oh, he left.
Patton?
Oh, of course he did. Motherfucker.
He had to go make his coming out announcement, so it's okay. I understand. So, everyone have a wonderful night. Thank you for the whole crew. Season 2, episode 2. Have a enchanting evening. And Val, we will have one more week to hype up next week's show. So
I'm excited and also nervous about my outfit.
well, it's got now you're hype. You're hyping it up. It's got to be. It's gonna be good.
It's gonna be good.
Just remember that I am almost 40 and I've had multiple surgeries to my abdomen. That's all I'm saying. Please be kind with your comments and remarks and be supportive of positive body imagery. That's all I'm saying.
Something that's open on the abdomen. So you're going to be dressed as the Blue Meanie.
Yeah, it's the V World Order, the Val Meanie.
Oh, my God.
Oh.
Man, VWO shirts. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, have fun. I'm sorry you had to clean up so many dog fluids, and hopefully they
please
stop.
for all the vomiting that I've done in my day, we're fine here.
All right.
I mean, alcohol.
We'll say so wish Yippee and the company a good night, and we'll see you next week.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.